Iran, which has been against any hike in production, might be coming around, at least from what we've heard overnight.
Right, I agree with you, Matt. It seems that we are getting some softening in rhetoric coming out of Iran today. I think that's also being reflected in prices too. We're seeing Brent crude moving lower as it seemingly adjusts to the expectation of this production cut being unwound. All that said, there has been this expectation led to us by the Saudi oil minister telling us that we should expect to see a moderate increase in production coming through there, which should be reasonable. It will be gradual, but it will be inevitable as well. And so this isn't something that we should have surprised us, really, given the rhetoric out of him.
Yeah, how modest do you think it will be? Because when we've looked at what the output increase may be, the range is so wide, anything from about 300,000 barrels a day up to 1.5 million barrels a day. If Iran's saying it's going to be modest, what do you think modest means from Iran's point of view?
Well, I think out of Saudi, we've had modest being between 300 to 600,000 barrels a day. That's what they've put out there. That's the expectation that they're kind of leading people to expect. And so that's what it seems it will likely be. What has been most interesting, actually, is that you do see production increases ahead of a quota increase as well. And that's actually something that we're starting to see come through here. So we're seeing Saudi already increasing exports this month. We're seeing United Arab Emirates and Kuwait also increasing exports strongly. And so just looking at those export flows, we should believe that this unwinding of this cut is definitely going ahead.
On prices, we've got NYMEX sitting at 65.41. How do you position ahead of what's going to come out of OPEC later on this week? We did see a surprisingly large drop in US domestic inventories overnight, 5.9 million barrels. That was about twice the pace that the market was expecting. That supported NYMEX crude. Do you think we'll just sit around these levels at about 65 on NYMEX until we get some word out of the final OPEC decision at the end of the week?
We did get a decent bounce here in the US, as you mentioned, because of that larger than expected draw. That was really driven by really strong refinery runs. But again, we've been seeing strong exports out of the US, that consistent and common theme that we're seeing there. But what is likely is we're seeing some sort of selling the rumor. So it kind of feels as if we may see some buying the fact, or at least we'll see the end to this bloodletting once we finally get a decision come through on Friday.
Still watching? Perfect. Click here to watch another great video from CNBC International. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.